Hello, everybody. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me because my comments aren't up yet. If you can hear me, if you can see me, all that kind of stuff. I'm standing, so my camera is just not where I want it to be. How is everybody? How did you like the episode? I was so excited to bring the episode to you. What is that shadow? What is that shadow, guys? Paul just breaking my desk because he can't stand up.
I chose
Yes, Paul was asleep and he decided to join us even though he was lurking in the chat, guys. He woke up and he was lurking in the chat with you guys. I was super excited to bring you this episode because we did capture some cool stuff, some cool EVPs. A little Pizza Ghost floated by. Go back, do team rewatch, check it out. Everybody's saying, Paul, you did a great job, because halfway through the episode, I handed the camera off to Paul and I just left it with him. And you'll see in the next part, because there is a third and final part to the Beatty Mansion investigation. Me and him kind of switch off with the camera duties here and there, but Paul did an excellent job with the camera work. Everybody is saying, you did a great job. Hello, everybody. I said hello in the chat for the episode, but hello again, everybody. There's a bunch of you. Thank you for supporting the episode, because I was super excited to bring it to you guys. Also super nervous to bring it to you guys, because it's a little different than what you're used to when it comes to investigations with me, because I've seen you guys say multiple times in comments, in the live streams, in the commentaries at the bottom of the video, that you want a little bit of a quieter investigation. You want the ability to hear the location, and I really was focused on letting that happen. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. Me and Paul, he could speak, I swear. We did 3 investigations together, one right after the other. So you will see, one, he gets way more chatty as we go on. But 2, we kind of get our groove, because I was still in this investigation, in the Beatty Mansion investigation, trying to figure out what I wanted this show to look like, what our investigations were going to be. And they slowly take form as we go. So I'm excited to see your guys' reaction as the episodes go on. I'm going to try and pay attention to the chat, but it's going crazy, which I absolutely enjoy. Sass says that's why the walkthrough was pretty cool, or was super cool. It's great to see the place in daylight, and we do that with every investigation. And I did that because I want you guys to feel like you're there with us. So I was trying to build that like familiarity with the location, so that when we're wandering around in the darkness, you're like, I know exactly where you're at. But it was fun. First investigation, sir.
It was.
How was it? How was it for you?
This one was a little nerve-wracking. Didn't know quite what to do, what to say.
Plus, we had driven all day long. Well, yeah, see, I had to drive. He slept most of the time and watched anime. And then when we got there, he like slept for a few hours while I did the walkthrough. But also, he's kind of a shy dude. You're kind of a shy dude. And then suddenly be like, I'm putting you on camera. It was a little much. But you did great.
Thank you.
It was fun.
And I see a lot of people said I did great. So thanks for all that.
Yeah, he was lurking in the chat, guys. He saw your guys' compliments on his camera work.
I was talking a little bit.
Yep. Y'all can figure out which one he was. The investigation was amazing. Thank you, Betty. I appreciate that. Sass says teenagers come alive at nighttime. This one does, definitely. And that's because he works at a movie theater, guys. I worked at a movie theater for years and years. We have a different sleep schedule than normal people.
Yeah, I normally work 12 hours, 11 to 11, then spend my night hanging out.
Yep. Allie says, I'm a terrible co-pilot on road trips. I always fall asleep too. That's fine, because I have podcasts. I have headphones and podcasts. That's what I listen to. Karen says, this is so awesome. You should be proud. He did a fantastic job. He did. And I love the fact that I don't have to worry about the camera work when I hand the camera off to you. I can just be like, he's got it. We're good. Like, and then I don't have to worry about it, which is nice.
I've picked up on quite a bit with Dad doing all his filmmaking stuff and whatnot. He's taught me a few things over the years, and I try.
I mean,
and
you
bring
were
that
like
into
the star
screen.
of like half my short films.
Yep.
Use your children. That's the first thing I learned. What else? Paul, do you enjoy working on this? Elizabeth says, hope to see more of your work. So did you enjoy this? So we did 3 investigations, as I said. I did one last night by myself. I kind of wish you were there. It would have been much more enjoyable if you were there. But is this something you would like to continue doing?
I like doing this. I really like going on that trip with just me and you. Little road trip. We stopped on some other pretty fun places on the way up and back. So I'd be definitely interested in coming back and doing more investigations. My work is a lot, keeps me busy. So in between all my work, I'll try my best to be in more investigations when they appear. But for now, you have 2 more upcoming that I'll be in. So keep an eye out for that.
So we've currently shot 4 investigations, 3 of which Paul is a part of. 1 is me solo. And then when I go to PEX this upcoming weekend, I will be filming stuff with Cassie, with New Reality, Karen, who's probably in the chat somewhere. Hopefully she's going to be in some episodes. And then when I return, I've got some plans to do some more here coming up. And then if Paul's available, he will come with me. It will be awesome. Awoken One says, technically, that was Cemetery Road's first paranormal investigation, as part 1 was a walkthrough. Yeah, this was the actual like beginning of the investigation. When I was doing the walkthrough, all I was doing was trying to show you guys the location. I wasn't really trying to investigate. I did see a couple things like out of the corner of my eye that then, I'm asking whatever could be there. Like, are you there? Do you want to speak to me? That kind of thing. And there's a couple people in the comments of the video who said, hey, at this point I heard this thing. And there was one that I'm like, ooh, that sounds good. I actually like went and I saved that section. I'm going to add it to a future episode. Once all these episodes, these 3 investigations are out, I'm going to do like a best of compilation episode. So I've been saving those things. So if you hear or see anything in an episode that I already haven't called out and done a replay of, put it in the comments, put a time code on there, and I will add it to that compilation series if I can't identify it. Because sometimes people will say, was this you? Did you make this noise? Or was that like a disembodied voice? And I'll be like, oh yeah, no, that was me. Like I sneezed, or that was a creaky board or something to that extent. I'm looking forward to putting that out for you guys. Let's see. Linda says, I just love that building. Yeah, it was an awesome, like for you, an awesome first investigation. You couldn't ask for more than a giant haunted house. Like, I thought that was pretty awesome. Rican says, I think a walkthrough is part of the investigation. You have to familiarize yourself with the goosebumpy spots. Absolutely. It is part of the investigation. Definitely. And these 3 parts, the walkthrough, the upper floors, and then the basement episode that will be coming out probably in like a week or so with PEX. I don't know how much editing time I'm going to have. But yeah, we want to give you guys kind of the full investigation experience, which part of the investigation experience is familiarizing yourself with the location. Aaron says, I'm in love with that building too. It's awesome. It's an awesome building. It's one of my favorite places we've investigated, because when we drove up to that place, I was just like, man, we are in for a night, guys. Sass says, is Paul an avid collector of anything?
At the moment, I collect trading cards, particularly a series called Weiss Schwarz. But that's about it. I get some pop figures here and there. He's much more of a pop figure collector than I am, though.
Yeah, but I haven't collected pop figures in a while. Awoken One says, I'm not trying to start anything, as I love everything Jason does, but Paul can take a bow for being a better cameraman than his dad. Listen, I'll take it.
He did the talking for me. I'll do the filming.
There you go. Cassie says, "Hey guys, I have to jet. I have to work in 45 minutes." Cassie, thanks for supporting the channel and being here and hanging out with us. I will see you in days. And we will hang out and investigate together. I cannot wait. PEX is coming up, guys, in just a few days. As I've said in the last few live streams, make sure you are following people who are going to PEX, Cassie's channel, New Reality. There's a bunch of other people that are going to be there that I don't even know. We're going to be pumping out a lot of content next weekend, and I want to make sure you guys are following it all. And now I'm going to leave Paul to moderate here. Just read the chat. I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Hello. Being left all by myself. Well, I guess to start, I was in chat earlier, and I was actually at a different location before the live stream, and kind of hurried onto the live stream. So I was talking with a few people earlier. I won't quite reveal who I was though. Let's see. Sass asked what my favorite part in the investigation is. This particular one, I really liked the dowsing rod sessions. I don't quite believe fully in how reliable they are, but the answers that we got really helped the experience, and the overall atmosphere change was pretty good. I'm back, guys. I'm back. My savior.
I put him on point here.
That's the second time I was put on the spot in the second episode too. But
I kind of apologize for that.
Do I have a YouTube channel? I do not.
It's funny because the generation that I have children in is like, what do you want to do when you grow up? I want to be a YouTuber. And like, I've been doing YouTube for quite a while. And like, I literally got the whole thing of like, your dad does YouTube, right? Well, you're not a real YouTuber, because I'm not like doing Minecraft videos or, Dude Perfect or whatever.
Not for me. I do have a Twitch channel. I don't really post on it too much. I started it recently, but I stream video games sometimes. And maybe I'll make my way to YouTube soon. Just starting out though.
Yep, maybe we'll see. But right now he's my co-pilot on my ghost hunting. Let's see. What anime do you watch, Paul?
Too much.
I watch The Dragon Prince and Attack on Titan. Karen says. Karen will be at PEX. Me and Karen are going to hang out when she comes to Reno and Virginia City. Karen, I've already started planning like where we're going to have like breakfast.
I guess to answer it, I've watched too much anime.
A bajillion things.
Like 170 different things. Which I have seen both of those, and I really enjoy both of those. So if you guys do want to ask me anime questions, I'm all for it. I have a list on a website called My Anime List that I can give people.
Laws asks, have you always had an interest in the paranormal, Paul?
I've always seen things around, like just random YouTube things. And they're pretty cool. The biggest interest I had is when Dad joined the haunted side, and keeping up with that. It was pretty interesting, and I'm glad to be able to be a part of his investigations. When he was with the haunted side, I asked him quite a lot if I could be in them, and I wasn't really able to. I was able to venture out one time, but not be in the video.
We could have had 2 solid cameramen on that show, but it was not allowed. Anyway, one of the things I want to do, because I see Laws hanging out in in the chat, is we need to. Whoa, sorry. We need to open this care package that she sent. That's, guys, quite large. Don't show the addresses. We're gonna open this up somehow, and find out what Laws sent. And Laws, I said in the chat, I am bringing the extra Cemetery Road Volume 1 book that I found amongst my stuff, plus like pins and buttons and stickers, all that kind of stuff. I'll hand that off to Karen. She is my helper to get all of the New Zealand and Australia people their stuff, and I will have her take it with her so that you guys can get your stuff. But thank you for all of this, whatever it is, which is like literally the box. I told you the box has seen better days, but I'm confident that nothing is broken or anything. I can't see the chat. What's the chat saying? It does look a bit beaten up. Yeah, just a tiny bit. I think I can get. I feel nervous. I feel like I'm going to cut the kid. Ooh, here we go. It's a bomb.
There is so much.
Well, we got a bag. Bag for good. Holy smokes. I don't even know where to start.
We have snacks.
Let's Mike B, are we having pizza Friday? I thought I saw something about PEX. Like, I have no idea. I know nothing about what's happening at PEX. I'm just going to show up and hope for the best. Roast chicken with sage and burnt butter. Potato chips. I've never heard of burnt butter. I'm excited. Twisties. Cheese twisties. Aaron says, I don't think anyone knows what's happening at PEX. Once you get there, they will explain everything. Let's see. Shapes. Originals. Mini chicken crimpy. The heck is a crimpy? What is a crimpy? I love this. Okay, we got some Harry Potter magical builders. We got a few of those.
There's a lot of them, actually.
She did warn me about these. They're like giveaways. So I'm excited to check those out. We got some more shapes, but in a box. This is nacho cheese. Ooh, candy. We got Mars bars. Raspberry Smash. That sounds amazing. We got a Flake, Cadbury Flake. Sass says, chicken crimpy on my vape. What is a crimpy? Listen, I'm not complaining. Oh, this bag's open.
Yeah, I see some chips at the bottom.
This one got smooshed. Portuguese chicken. That's good. I approve. We got pizza shapes, barbecue shapes, more barbecue shapes, more barbecue shapes. We got lots of shapes. Pizza, mini chicken, pizza, sweet. We got a variety. We got more of these fixums. This one's Disney, Marvel, Star Wars stuffs. Chips. See, there's chips everywhere. Snakes. The natural snakes.
Good night, Steve.
Oh,
Thanks
Steve.
For being here.
Thanks for hanging out, sir. I got to hit the pillow. Church in the morning. Love you all. Thanks, Jason and Paul. I lost him. For the great investigation. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. We'll have to get barbecue soon. More chicken crimpy. Another raspberry Mars bar.
We're running out of room on the table.
I'll just throw it over there. More chicken crimpy. The shapes. Are shapes like a big thing? We got a lot of them here.
A lot of these Harry Potter things.
Thought I'd include these Harry Potter and Marvel from Supermarket Grocery Store. There's a bunch. I will have to check all of those out. We've got Boost. We've got more shapes. We've got Picnic and Cherry Ripe. Picnic and Cherry Ripe. I'm heading off to Reno and PEX, and I hope when I come back all this stuff is still here. And we have two kinds of Tim Tams, chewy caramel and original. We're gonna have to try these ones out like right now. And that's the end of the box. Besides some random chips that are.
There's another bag in there, but
yeah, there's another bag. But we got to try the Tim Tams. All right, and Paul, do you know any good anime shows? Paul, hit him up with 3 solid anime shows while I open the Tim Tams.
Well, very recently, Demon Slayer has been very popular. Jujutsu Kaisen has been popular.
I want to
both of them are
have
really
all
good.
the packaging sound.
And then one of my personal favorites, I have to say, is the Your Name movie.
Your Name is pretty good. I've actually watched that one.
I'll put in chat my anime list in case anyone wants to check it out.
All right, original Tim Tam. Here we go. We're gonna do it. This is for Laws. Thank you, Laws, for all the goodies. This is gonna take me a while to get through. Oh my god. Okay.
That very well could be one of the best snacks I've ever had.
I'm a big fan of the original Tim Tam. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah, not good beef back.
Code Geass, Calvin says.
Code Geass is really good.
Now we got the chewy caramel. Ooh, yeah, very caramelly Tim Tam. Here we go. Bleach, Dark Celador says.
I have not seen Bleach. That's one of the ones that I'm going to. But I have not seen it.
Oh no.
There's competitors with the original.
Oh no, I think I might like the chewy caramel better. Oh no.
Bye, Sass.
Oh, Sass, are you leaving? Thank you, Sass. And I will see you on the next one. Hopefully the next episode, the basement episode, will be soon. Within the next week or so. Because of PEX, I'm going to have to find a time to do some editing. Woo! Tim Tams are great. Thank you, Laws. Again, I can't even begin to let you know how much I appreciate all these goodies. I'm excited. You need to do a Tim Tam slam with coffee or tea. I absolutely will do that now. Aaron says, I want to try a Tim Tam now. I think Karen says she's going to bring a bunch of goodies with her. So maybe you will. And then we'll have to Tim Tam slam together. I don't know. That sounded weird. Thank you, Laws. Does anybody have any questions? I know I just kind of ignored the chat for a half minute while we played
Christmas.
Played Christmas over here. Do you guys have any questions about the episode, the beginning of our investigation of the Beauty Mansion? Let me know. We can answer as many questions as we can in the next, 30 minutes or so. I know, Tarnia. I knew you were going to say something.
Is the chat only the green and blue people?
No, you gotta live chat all messages. The green and blue people. This looks different because it's a different site. Anyway, Karen says Tim Tams are coming with me. TikToks and Caramello Koalas, wagon wheels too. Yeah, we're all gonna hang out and just have a sugar rush with Karen at the Miner's Cabin. Tarny says, do you have any places that you haven't investigated that you would really love to go to? I would love to go to anywhere, honestly. I'm currently, because the investigation series on Cemetery Road was not originally the plan. But when I left the other show, I really still want to investigate the paranormal and the supernatural. And so that was something that I had the ability to do. But doing investigations, especially at some of these bigger locations and stuff, is very expensive. And I don't really have the funds to keep doing it on the regular. So you're not going to get investigation episodes every single week, but you will get them fairly regularly. That's where your guys' support comes in. That helps so much to offset the cost of doing these investigations. But honestly, like, I think for me, I've only scratched the surface of the cool locations we can go to, and I can't wait to do more. Um, oh, there's a good question. Callie Nurse Lori says, Paul, are you now a believer in the paranormal after these investigations with your dad? So you've done 3.
Yes.
3 cool locations, and I think every location we went to was a bit of a different experience.
Mm-hmm.
What would you classify yourself as? A believer, a skeptic, a skeptical believer, just a flat out, just I don't believe it at all, but it's fun?
I'd say skeptical believer. Be excited for the 3rd location that had quite a few things that were leaving me speechless sometimes.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
And those type of things that you will see eventually make me not fully a believer, but a skeptical believer.
Yep, I'm in the same kind of realm. Blake says, Jason, didn't you live in Hangtown at one time? No, I didn't, but I love Hangtown. Hangtown is Placerville, California. Home my former favorite brewery was in Hangtown, and it recently closed, and I was so bummed. Regan says, Jason, have you ever been to Bonaventure Cemetery in Savannah, Georgia? I have not, but I will definitely go. You've mentioned it a couple times. It's on a list of places I absolutely need to go to. Going back to Placerville, I would love to investigate Placerville, and that is a plan. It's just I got to find the time to get down there. But right now I'm in the middle of the country, so I'm kind of just hitting a bunch of places. I was just in Texas yesterday. Today. So I'm doing some stuff, guys. Somebody asked, Laws, would you collab with any other investigators and share the cost of a location? Absolutely, and that is definitely the plan. I've been invited on a few different investigations, and been invited to collab with a few different people people I know and people I don't know. They were just like, hey, we love your stuff. Now that you're kind of like a independent paranormal investigator, like, let's do some stuff. And I'm totally down with sharing cost and collabing more. I don't need to be the star of the show. Like, I want to experience this stuff, and I want to bring you guys with me. And that is one of the things that PEX is going to allow me to do is hang out and investigate Virginia City with some people that I respect and enjoy hanging out with, and they will be part of my investigations, and I will be part of their investigations, and we will be having a ton of fun. Paul, do you like cemeteries too?
I think a lot of the headstones can be interesting. Not as much as my dad.
In fact, we stopped at many a cemetery on this trip, and he stayed in the car and slept. But that's because I kept him up all night.
As we drove through some of the cemeteries, it was interesting looking around at the really cool headstones. We went by this huge, what was it? Like this housing facility.
The name is. I don't want to say the name because it kind of gives away one of the locations. But yeah, there's one cemetery that I'm going to that is it's amazing. I love it.
And there was on this trip we went to quite a few really good cemeteries, really big, really nice, really had a really good environment. And those
one of the places we drove through, you were just like, this is like straight up Haunted Mansion like type cemetery. Ooh, Haunted Mansion. Hold on. I gotta step over all my stuff here.
Now we get to see Dad's project.
The new addition to the shelf, guys. My Haunted Mansion Lego. It's a mini Haunted Mansion with a little mini. He's over here. Haunted Mansion guy. But isn't that flipping awesome? And in the back, it's like the ballroom scene, the dining room ballroom scene. Anyway, I love this thing. Yeah, so all of my kids will humor their father and let me stop at cemeteries and stuff, but they are not nearly as interested in cemeteries as I am. Rican says, on your next EVP session, can you ask if they have any questions for you? I think spirits might appreciate that. That's a good idea. I've never done that. That's a great idea. Tarnia says, Jason, you big kid. Yes. I mean, yeah. Let's see. What else? History of cemeteries is amazing. Laws says, I can't believe how much some places charge to investigate. Yeah, it is kind of a much. The trip we took, 3 locations, 3 great locations. I think I said on the last live stream, cost about $1,000, which was supported by the donations from you guys and some of my own money. And that was great. There was a location that I was looking into that literally had a price list of like, do you want an hour-long kind of tour, like a guided tour? Do you want an hour-long self-guided tour? That's a whole other expense. Do you want I want to say like a 5-hour or 5 or 6 hour guided paranormal investigation? So they have paranormal investigations that will guide you through 6 hours of investigation. Or are you a social media influencer? Like that's you're going to film and put it on your site and your YouTube channel and stuff. That's a whole other thing. It was a lot of money. A lot of money that wouldn't be so bad if you went with a bunch of people. But if I wanted to go by myself, me and Paul by ourselves, footing the whole bill, that would be a lot. It was like $1,700 for one location that was like half the size of the location we were just doing these episodes on. It's a lot. I mean, but if you want if you want to investigate these very famous places, you kind of got to just deal with the cost. Antoine says we got some haunted places here in Korea with some horrible history, like haunted hospitals, which are some of my favorites, schools, amusement parks, and graveyards. That's awesome. Go do it, sir. Go investigate. Let us know, man. Go film it, and we'll watch it. We're good. Bod says I often wonder what the spirits see of us and what they make of us. I don't know. Maybe they understand that we are apart from them. Maybe they don't understand that they've passed, or maybe they do, and they know that we haven't passed, or maybe they don't understand it. Whatever. But maybe they're just trying to communicate as hard as we're trying to communicate, and it's difficult for them as well. Paul's typing stuff in the chat. Linda says the amounts charged are such BS. There's a bowl and there's a poo. I think sometimes they understand the value of their location and they charge accordingly, and sometimes they understand the want for their location and they charge misappropriately. Like I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but they will say, oh, you want to come here and I have what you need as a paranormal investigator and I have a location you want, well then I'm just going to jack up the prices. I can't really complain too much because they could just be like, no, don't come here at all, shut the doors.
I find that there's a lot of name influence when it comes to pricing as well. Mm-hmm. The Sally House was a lot smaller. Yeah, I guess not. I guess that was secret, but it was a lot smaller compared to our other locations.
Way to go, bro. We went to the Sally House. Tarney says, Jason, after doing this investigation, are you happier investigating with yourself and or Paul being in charge of it all? Yeah. Yes, I am. Because I can trust Paul when he's investigating with me, for one. And I am happy with the work that I did on the other show. I put in my 100%, 110%. I enjoyed what I did for you guys. And I'm absolutely enjoying what I'm doing for you guys, because I feel like one of the things I wasn't able to do is take what you guys were requesting from us and implement it in the show. It wasn't possible for me to do a lot of that stuff, like a quieter investigation, not where it's just like dead silence and that's it, but giving the location time to breathe and time to speak, and whatever could be there, speak back. It's something I really wanted to implement into our investigations. Just less chaotic camera work, less, I don't know, just
Quieter
chaos.
environment.
Yeah, it's just less chaos. That's kind of what I wanted to do. There's a place for everything. This is just what I want. And if you guys like it and you guys like watching the other stuff too, like, it's totally fine. Like, I think there's a place for everybody's style. This is just more my style. Linda says, some people just love being control freaks. That's true. The paranormal community seems to agree that spirits can be sapped of energy. I think they just pop in and out, since they say time on the other side is different. Yeah, I agree with that, Rican. Paul is in trouble. Yep.
Nope.
It's true.
Shh, pretend you didn't hear anything.
That's right. And in like a month or so, you'll realize you knew insider information. Let's see what else. Locations forget they get invaluable free advertising from Paranormal Investigation, so it works both ways. They should respect that marketing aspect in their prices. I agree with that. I do agree with that. You should all go read the TripAdvisor reviews of the Sally House. It's hilarious. The Sally House is fun and cool and all that kind of stuff, but I do feel it's more urban legend than anything else, honestly. But I don't know. That's why we go and investigate. Like, we're trying to find out for ourselves. I'm excited to the investigation I did last night, for instance. I'm going to keep it to myself. I'm going to keep it close to the chest. But it was kind of a quieter, tamer investigation. But it was fun. And that's, if I'm going to spend my time doing something like paranormal investigation or anything like that, at least I should have some fun. I would hope you guys have some fun. Even if I go to a location and I film a bunch of stuff and nothing really happens, at least I hope I'm bringing a little bit of fun to that experience. You guys can sit around for 30 to 45 minutes or whatever and have a little fun with me. That's enough for me. Awoken One says, it was a pleasant surprise Cemetery Road started your own paranormal investigations. Thank you. Tarnia says, Jason and Paul, absolutely loved your style. The more quiet you are, the easier it is to hear anything going on. Kudos to you both. Loved this investigation. Thank you. I appreciate that so much, because one of the things I was afraid of is doing this episode and putting it out and people being like, this is boring. Nothing got thrown at you. Nothing like got thrown across a room. Like, you didn't get scratched across your chest. You didn't, like, crazy didn't happen. It's like, honestly, I felt way more happened than I originally expected when I went through the footage, and I was like, I heard this and I heard this and I saw this. There was a little pizza ghost guy that floated across the bottom of the screen. We captured way more than I thought we did. But honestly, even if we didn't capture any of those things, I still had a ton of fun. Lou Guru says, people literally have no clue on when you hear something, but not at the moment, but on film. Yeah, it's like EVP type stuff. Like, that's always weird. Like, we caught a few things where I was like, I think I heard something, and we actually caught it on film. That's great. But there are a couple other things that I threw out there in the episode where I'm like, listening back, watching the footage, I heard or saw something that was not something we heard or saw during the investigation. That's always fun. It's Tone says, I believe that you always had the most integrity, and I doubt there will be a ball in the face issue on your channel. Cheers to you, Jason. I wish you all the best. Well, thank you very much. And I'm pretty sure we won't have that problem anymore. You need to find free ghost towns, abandoned homes in the sticks. Yeah, and there's some free places, places you do not have to pay to investigate out there, and I'm totally down for that. Ghost towns, all that kind of stuff. But I also don't want to just find old house in the middle of nowhere that let's investigate this and just create a story for it. That's not all that ethical either. Blake says, I think a lot of these popular places that get hit a lot may be getting haunted by attachments being brought in by the investigators themselves. That's a good point too. I didn't even think of that. Ghost spirits aren't performing monkeys, and yes, making monkeys perform is cruel. True. Laws. You should investigate the Visalia or Villisca, however you want to say that, axe murder house in Iowa one day. I would love to go there. There's just a ton of places I want to investigate. Again, funds are an issue. Time is an issue. But I'm going to do as much as I can. I'm still going to be doing the cemetery stuff. Absolutely. That's the number one focus of this channel. But we're also going to throw in some investigations as well. So, what are you all slamming around, bro?
Because I'm getting off the chair.
Showing people how tall you are.
I do have to step back.
But we're going to do a bunch, and I'm glad you guys enjoy them. The more you guys enjoy them, the more I'm willing to spend the time and money to do them. I'm excited, and I think we're going to have enough to get us through the year with the investigations we've done, the investigation I'm going to be doing at PEX with all these people. We should have plenty to keep you guys entertained. Blake says, good point, Jason. These abandoned places says, no, getting trashed when they get known. Yeah, that's happened a few times. Kindred says, hopefully you can make it to Florida or the Southeast in the future. That is a plan. It's way closer to me now. Definitely. Betty just sends a whole bunch of love. Thank you, Betty. Dan Tech says, PEX 2022. Absolutely. That is next week. I cannot wait. Some people were asking, is Paul going to join you? Paul, unfortunately, just got back from a 2.5 week trip, and so he has to work and stuff. So he does not get to go, but maybe next year. Charney says, has the week of PEX off so I don't miss any live streams. I will try and do as many live streams as possible. Unfortunately, Virginia City is just a dead zone for internet, but I'm going to do my best. Law says, hey, Paul, guess what? All your future family vacations are going to be, and it's not Disneyland.
Where did you go for your vacation? I went to a haunted house.
Like a literal haunted house in the middle of nowhere. Regan says, you look excited, and that's nice. I am excited. I'm excited to bring you guys these episodes. It's going to be fun. The next episode, part 3, the final part of the Beatty Mansion haunting, is going to be the basement. Paul plays the piano. It's going to be fun. Why are you looking surprised? You don't remember?
I forgot there was a basement.
We have one more part to the Beatty Mansion. It is I haven't even looked at the footage, so I don't even know if we captured anything cool. But I'm going to be looking at that in this next week, hopefully to release either next weekend or the weekend after, because PEX is just going to be kind of a madhouse and a lot of time. And I won't have a whole lot of time to do a live stream like this. So I want to make sure we do it right. Paul needs a Cemetery Road t-shirt. Absolutely, he does.
I like the Stranger Things inspired one.
That's right. I got to find that so I can take it to PEX. I don't even know where it is. PEX should get a Starlink sponsorship. Absolutely, they should. Let's see. What else? Paul, thank you for coming on the chat. Hope you come back so we can ask questions on other episodes. Absolutely. Because literally I called him and I'm like, you're going to come do the live stream? And he's like, I just woke up. I'm not going to be there. Aaron, you do need to get one of those shirts. Listen, I will order one for you because they're awesome. I love them. I love that design, even though I kind of just stole it. but I think that's about it. I was going to go like an hour. It's 45 minutes. We'll go just a tiny bit longer, just a tiny bit longer. Do you guys have any questions? Awoken One says, I don't know. Doing videos from PEX and then uploading them for us to watch would be better than having problems trying to live stream. That's my feeling on it, guys. I'll do as much live streaming as I can. Follow me on Instagram. Follow either _ Jason Spencer _ or follow Cemetery Road on Instagram. I will do more live stuff there or stories and or whatever they call them over there. But I would rather film something solid and like nice for you guys to release like days later or the next day than do a live stream that looks like I was shooting it through a ball of lint that you can't really enjoy. Like I prefer to bring you guys as best quality as possible.
Good night, Linda.
Bye, Linda. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you. So that's my kind of thing. I think most of my stuff when it comes to the weekend of PEX is going to be like Instagram stuff. I may try out some shorts on YouTube. I haven't played with that at all, but I'm going to be filming a bunch of stuff, editing it proper, and then releasing it over like the next week, the week after PEX. Like I'll probably do like a daily thing where I'll release like bits and pieces. Rakal says, Paul, is there anything different you would do than your dad during an investigation?
No, I don't quite know what an investigation that I run would be. I really enjoy following Dad's investigation style, and I think I'm comfortable with that.
There are times in the next 2 investigations where I leave him all by himself. So at the Sally house, now that the cat's out of the bag, there's a point where I leave him alone. I'm like, just ask questions. We'll use the the camera as an EVP recorder. Just ask questions. I'm gonna go do something else. I didn't leave him very long, like 10 minutes maybe. And then the next night, we're at the next location, and he's like, just don't leave me alone again. I don't want to do it. I'm like, oh yeah, no, totally understand. Within 30 minutes, I left him all by himself again. And I'm just going to spoil it now. One of us was by himself in the basement of the Sally house, and it wasn't me. I keep doing that. I don't know why. It was funny. Welcome One says, LMAO at Jason throwing Paul in the deep end. Listen, they got to make sure he's ready. Carrie says, you're brave, Paul. Braver than me.
It was scary.
Blake says, I'm heading out. Thank you, Jason and Paul. Have a good night. Thank you, sir. Thank you for hanging out with us. I appreciate you. I appreciate all you guys for hanging out. I know it's a lot to ask for like 2 hours on a Saturday night. The weekends are precious to people. They have time, they have things to do, people to hang out with. Having you guys spend your time watching our stuff and then hanging out with us on a live stream means the world. Kibber says, Paul, I remember you shaving your dad's hair when he got peer pressured during a live stream sometime back. That was him.
I very well remember. That's my first appearance.
First appearance, shaving my head.
I was watching a movie at the time, and like I was watching the movie, and I had the live stream up on my phone, and I was like,
he needs me.
Do this.
Law says, what piece of ghost hunting equipment are you looking forward to using, Paul? Would it be the SLS? Your dad loves to do that one. No, I don't.
I don't quite know all the equipment that's available. I haven't really looked into it. There was one that we used, not very much. It was like the grid, the red grid. It was
yes, he likes the grid, and that's cool. It's a visually interesting piece of equipment that I've never had do anything but be a visually interesting piece of equipment. To be honest, like you're supposed to be able to put the grid up in an area, and then you should, like the theory is, you should be able to see the shapes of the grid move as something passes through it. But I've never seen that before. I've never seen it be affected in the way it's supposed to, but it makes it look cool, so that's cool. I wouldn't mind getting a REM pod. I know in the chat of the episode we were talking about REM pods, and a lot of you were like, "I would prefer like a Paratunes, a motion detector that will play music rather than something that's going to have like a harsh beeping noise." I agree with you. So that's what I will look more towards to in the future when I get some funds that are able to get more ghost hunting gear. I would prefer that. It's creepier and it's less like just I don't know, it's an offensive noise when something is like "Wah," as opposed to like a lullaby type sound.
On one of our locations, there was one of those like Halloween decorations that
Oh my
goes
God.
off when something goes past it. That was interesting, or it was pretty cool.
We were
And
trying to go to bed and it went off.
it goes to show that you don't need like the most expensive equipment. You can get a Halloween decoration.
We should
they
go
can
to
be
Spirit.
effective.
Go to Spirit Halloween and get some motion detecting
Making an
stuff. Calvin says, "You already threw one son into the deep end. Stop it." Well, I'm going to do it to all the kids. Aaron says, "I usually chill, do nothing on the weekends to unwind. The work week is stressful." Aaron's going to be at PAX. Aaron, I look forward to hanging out with you. If you ever want to, like, during this upcoming weekend, do some investigation, I'm down. Can't wait to finally meet you. Let's see. Regan says, "I have nothing but time on Saturdays. I hate REM pods." Listen, I'm going to go Paratunes route. I'll save up the money. We'll get a Paratunes because I'd much rather have something that's going to alert me subtly to something sneaking up on us. Have you thought about doing an Amazon wish list for items you would like? Maybe, Tarnia. I really don't want to make my show, my channel, about me begging for stuff. Like you guys supporting my channel, watching it, commenting on it, sharing it, amazing, absolutely amazing, and I love it. And it's going to help this channel become what it's going to become. That is the most important thing. Second to me producing stuff that you guys enjoy. You guys are my friends at this point. You guys are friends and family. I hope that you enjoy what we're doing. And if something is important, like a piece of equipment, like this would make your thing better, then I will work towards bringing that into the fold. I don't want to sit here and be like, "Guys, if you want my content, you have to pay something for it. Like you need to give me something or else I can't." And like it, and so then if I can't, then it's on you. I don't want that. Like I'm a grown adult. Like if we need a REM pod or a Paratunes or an SLS camera, I'll figure it out. And any sort of like donation to the channel, that's just like above and beyond amazing. It really tells me that what I'm doing is speaking to you and you want to be a part of this whole thing. But then it also puts on me like, well, now I need to like give you guys something. I need to do something above and beyond to earn that thing. So I don't want to make a wish list and be like, "Hey, buy me this thing or support this." Like, it's not the thing I want. But what I do want is for you guys to say, "Hey, I would like you to use a Paratunes rather than a REM pod," because then I'm going to be like, perfect. Because this, as much as it is for me, is for you guys. And I want to make sure I'm doing stuff that you guys would prefer. Carrie says it's okay for people to support what you do without being the focus of it all. I've got links, guys. If you feel the draw to support beyond just sharing and watching and commenting, it's out there. I don't need to tell you that. Let's see. Sabrina's in the house. You're awesome, friend. No, you are. And hopefully we'll get to hang out soon. They have a Hitchcock music box. Oh, Rican. They have a Hitchcock music. I think I may need that. I'm going to have to look that up. Send me a link or something. thecemeteryroad@gmail.com. I've got Christmas figures that have motion sensors that play Christmas music. Maybe they would work. They absolutely would, Kibber. Absolutely. Jason's going to start stripping for a K2. I got a K2. We didn't use it much in this episode because honestly, it didn't do much until we got to the basement. The basement is fun. Let's see. I never knew about the music box until Ryan mentioned it on Paranormal Quest. I mean, honestly, the music box stuff, it's just it's subtler. REM pods, it's just like a high-pitched squeal that just suddenly happens. And while maybe exciting for a video because suddenly you're like, suddenly on edge, it really throws you for a loop. And it's annoying if you're listening on headphones because you want to hear any sort of like EVP stuff. Sabrina says we need some drinks. Guys, the Devil's Backbone, straight out of Texas. Brought these home with me. New Reality has a Hitchcock music box. Well, I'll talk to them and I'll just steal theirs. So there you go. We're just going to steal stuff from New Reality. They'll forgive me. They're my friends. K2 meters are like $20. I know. That's why I have one. And we'll probably need to get a couple because Paul used the K2 meter a lot on our investigations. I like something that's going to just be subtle. Like I like K2 meters. I like the music boxes. I like things that are going to allow us to not be just like inundated with annoyance, which is why I'm not like a huge fan of the spirit box. Too many false readings with REM pods and K2s. I mean, false readings with anything you use. It all depends on how much trust you're going to put into a piece of equipment, and the amount of trust should never be 100%. It should never be 100%. There's nothing out there that has done anything to deserve 100% from anybody. I say it in this last episode with the dowsing rods. Like I like using them. Do I absolutely trust what's going on and it's not like me breathing or just anything? Like, I don't know. Again, trust. It's all about trust when you're watching this stuff. How much trust you're going to put into the person, the equipment, all that kind of stuff. And I will always be the person who's like, if you truly want to know or like, if you're like on the fence, I don't know if I believe, go investigate. Find ways to investigate. Sabrina says, you want a cigar? I'm not a big cigar fan. Sorry.
Good night, Woken.
Cat balls are great visually and quiet. I just purchased cat balls. They will make an appearance at PEX, guys. I will have 4 cat balls at PEX. Aaron says, dowsing rods are tricky. They're like pendulums. Your energy can move even if you're not trying. Yeah, that I feel absolutely the same. Absolutely. I know all equipment is experimental, but what do you have the most faith in using? Camera and myself. Eyeballs. Not cat balls, eyeballs. I will trust what I see. I will trust what I can capture on a camera. EVPs, like I'm a big proponent of EVPs. But when it comes to electronical equipment and apps and all that kind of stuff, I'm not going to put my entire faith in something in those. Sabrina says, you didn't mind last time. Whiskey shots it is. All right. Mike says, Jason is the camera master. Apparently, Paul's better. Carrie, EVPs seem good. I love EVPs. I love that we caught some EVPs on this episode. Absolutely love it. We're going to wrap things up. We've hit the hour, guys. Again, PEX next weekend. Go find PEX on Instagram, online. Follow everybody that's going to be there, all the guests that are going to be there, because they are going to be producing all the content that will... it'll be like you were there virtually if you can't be there in person. Whoever is going to be there in person, you know who you are. I will see you there. Find me. I will do my best to make that trip worth it for you. And thanks again for hanging out with us. Thanks again for supporting my son as he dips his toe in the thing that is ghost hunting. You guys are flipping awesome. Thank you for the support of Cemetery Road. Even when I'm not doing paranormal investigations, you guys coming here and supporting me, just wandering around cemeteries with your kind words and your sharing of the channel means the world to me. And there will be Cemetery Road, like cemetery episodes coming out very soon. Probably on Wednesday will be another just straight up cemetery episode. And then I'll start working on the final Beatty Mansion episode. And then we'll move on to the not so secret Sally House episode. It's probably Sally House is small, guys. It is so small compared to this place. Beatty Mansion, huge, 3 episodes. Sally House will, if I can make it 2 episodes, I will be shocked. Shocked, I tell you. And then yeah, it's gonna be flipping awesome, guys. I appreciate all of you. And as always, whenever you're walking amongst the stones or doing some paranormal investigations, remember, as always, be safe, be respectful, and I will see you on the next one. Paul, what do you have to say?
Good night, everyone. Thanks for support.
Thank you. We'll see you next time. Bye.